It is about knowing without a shadow of a doubt that you are supported and guided. And of course, God, source, the universe is going to support you into this next iteration of your life, of your growth, of your expansion, of your impact in this world. Of course. But you want to know what that takes is it takes a coming home. It takes a learning of yourself. And right now we are stripping away layers of ourselves. It's all about stripping away layers of ourselves so that we may come to know ourselves. Sweet souls, hello, hello, and welcome back. Today we are going to be talking about this collective confusion, identity shift, and complete transformation we are going through on our planet. So many people have been expressing this to me that I knew that it wasn't just me. Needed to talk about this more and give some clarity and lay some context and lay the ground so that I think a lot of people are feeling really confused in this time, and I want to normalize this. I want to give really some illumination as to what I've been shown is going on and how we can really just lean into this time. So welcome back. If you are new, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button, and let's dive in. So recently I have had so many people sharing with me, whether they're my friends, clients, and also seeing just all over. Everyone seems to be having this identity shift. Now, I'm personally coming out of my Saturn return, so I was just like, it must just be me. But when I start to see that everyone is having this, I realize that it is a collective theme right now. And I believe that it is for healers, starseeds, light workers, people who are on the path, who are in this realm of growing and expanding, are completely like, it's like we're being given a new hardware, a new hard drive rather. And when I tuned into this, what I saw for our collective, for these people, is it's like literally the foundation like being like ripped from beneath us. Foundation being ripped from beneath us so that we can create a new foundation. Now, what does this look like and what does this mean? It literally means creating perhaps even a new identity. This might mean with your vocation, with your work, with your purpose, with your soul's aligned truth in this world. So many people are feeling the nudge and the call to go higher and be higher and impact greater and wider and deeper. And in order to do this, we have to have and create a solid foundation. I think that, and it doesn't mean that you have not created a solid foundation, but it means that the foundation that you are now creating is serving this next chapter and this next evolution for you. Now, this feels really unsettling, ungrounding. And so during this time, I really invite you to ground, to go out and put your feet on Mother Earth. Allow her to send the signal that you are safe, that you are okay, that you're going to make it through this. Because our mind, what I'm hearing from a lot of people too, is that the mind does this. The mind likes to do. The mind loves to do. It loves the very like, I would say the mind is more of the masculine as far as like, it just like, it's always wanting to do. Like, let me just do. And that can cause a lot of problems. It can cause a lot of problems when we feel like there's always something that we need to be doing. And now, don't get me wrong, the mind is perfectly created and made. It's made to help us survive. And it does that every single day. But also, we have to learn how to tame these animal instincts and begin to listen to the body, because while the mind may be saying go, a lot of our bodies are saying stop and wait. It's not time yet. It's not time yet. So what this may look like is physical symptoms in the body, fatigue, health issues, whatever is arising for you. It's like the body is asking for more rest. So if this is happening for you, if it's not, that's fine. But if it is happening for you where you're experiencing fatigue or like you're needing so much rest or any type of health issues, it's like the body is like, no, like, wait. Because what happens when we're planting a new foundation, what happens when we are planting a new foundation is we have to nurture the seeds. Like nature is, again, always such a beautiful example. When we plant a seed in the soil, we don't just expect it to be full grown the next day. We don't just expect and go and dig it up and say, are you done yet? Have you finished? Are you grown? Are you full grown? And so often we expect this of ourselves. We expect this of ourselves. We expect to have the idea go to creation in an instant. And that's not how it works. It's not how it works. We are made of Mother Nature. We are of the earth. And what that means is that we mirror her cycles. And as we shift from this masculine paradigm, we're now shifting into the divine feminine paradigm. And what that ultimately we need both. We need the divine masculine, we need the divine feminine. But while our society has been so heavily focused on the masculine, the do, the work, the hard, the systems and processes and all of these, again, they're not bad, but there's like this surge coming through now of the divine feminine, of the flow, of the intuition, of the trust, of the nurturing and allowing. We have to have both. We have to have both. And so I believe that everyone has more of like a dominant, but it's hard to sometimes know that when we I actually think that more people have a dominant divine feminine than is actually being portrayed right now, because of just the masculine society that we have lived in. It's just the mainstream consciousness. So as we shift, as we evolve, as we grow, I mean, we have had this collective upheaval of systems, of structures, and it's still happening. It's still going to happen. But what that means, that the systems and structures and identity that we have come to know ourselves as also must have this up level and this shift and this change. And so if you are experiencing any of this, who am I? What am I doing with my life? I don't feel like I'm living my purpose anymore. Celebrate it. Celebrate it, my friend, because this is creating space within your body, within your temple, to hold a new frequency, a new vibration that is calibrated to your next level of evolution, that is calibrated to your highest soul's purpose and alignment and expression and expansion in this world. That is what is happening. But in order to do that, we have to rest. We have to take the time to allow, to nurture those seeds, to give them water, to give them food, to give them nourishment and love. Just like we would a plant that we were growing, we have to give them these. We have to. Sunlight. Sunlight. Go outside and look at the sun. We do this every single morning. If it's sunny in Portland, that is. It is today. We're lucky. It's October and it's still sunny and beautiful. And you can do this. Go and do it. Ground. Look at the sun. Absorb the rays. It's so much more than just the vitamin D. I mean, obviously the vitamin D is so important, but absorb the codes that she has for you. The same can be said for the moon. Gaze into the moon and absorb the wisdom and teachings. Go to the ocean, go to a stream, go to a lake, and let the water purify your being and your vessel. We have access to all of these tools, and we think that we're not supported. It's really easy to feel not supported when we are alone or by ourselves or indoors all day. It can feel really easy to feel not supported because the support that is our natural state is just right outside our door so often, and we forget. And it's very easy to do. It's very easy to do. But if you are feeling this right now, I just want to really invite you to allow yourself to be in the unknown. Allow yourself to be in the unknown because this is where the magic happens. We have to rest and allow in order for this next evolution to really birth, right? We have to allow it. And so, whatever that is going to look like for you, to take that time and that space. Because on this other side of it, I believe we are stepping into a time of greater wealth, of greater health, of deeper love, deeper connections. But in order to do that, we truly have to prepare our vessel. We have to prepare and align our mind, body, and soul. We have to prepare them and align them. And it really is like coming into this alignment within ourselves. It is divinely aligning our body, our mind, our soul, so that we may live in harmony, because our soul and our spirit are connected to the all that is, to God, source, the universe. And if we can align with that in our minds and our body, we're unstoppable. We're absolutely unstoppable. I also feel called to share, to reach out for support, whether that is energy healing or mentorship or guidance or healing or receiving whatever this feels, what would feel good inside the body, inside the soul, to really allow you to receive the support, whether it is your mind, body, or soul needing the support. They all need it. And so I think incorporating practices and support for each one of these daily, truly daily, absolutely daily. And if you take the time to nurture these every single day, at the end of your personal journey, in this next evolution, I'm not the end, in this next evolution and iteration of your journey, you'll be so grateful that you took that time. You'll be so grateful. Because what happens so often is we get so caught up and uncomfortable with the unknown. We get so uncomfortable with it because we want to, again, masculine, we want to be doing. We want to be doing, figuring it out. But this is your invitation to surrender. And what happens so often, ironically, when we do fully surrender and let go, all of a sudden we know what to do. But it takes that. It takes fully surrendering and letting go. And if you haven't listened to, I have another podcast on how to surrender, and also last week's episode on patience. These are so important, both of these right now. Like I said in the one about patience, patience is not waiting. It is not waiting. Patience is about deeply trusting. It is about knowing without a shadow of a doubt that you are supported and guided. And of course, God, source, the universe is going to support you into this next iteration of your life, of your growth, of your expansion, of your impact in this world. Of course. But you want to know what that takes is it takes a coming home. It takes a learning of yourself. And right now we are stripping away layers of ourselves. It's all about stripping away layers of ourselves so that we may come to know ourselves. And when we come to know ourselves deeply, all of a sudden we know exactly what to do. Rather, we know exactly who to be. And when we come to know exactly who to be, we know exactly what to do. But the doing is birthed out of the being. And when the doing is birthed out of the being, oh my goodness, my friends, magic is created. You create magic in the world. You become magnetic. People are drawn to you because you are an emanation of your soul and spirit being expressed through a body temple. And I believe there's no greater thing that we can do in this life is to be a divine expression of our soul, of our spirit in this body. You chose this body. You came in to a physical vessel to express through it. So that's why it is so important to nurture all of the systems, the mind, body, and soul. It can't just be one. It can't just be two. It has to be all of them. It has to be. Be gentle on yourself. Rest. Drink lots of water. Eat nourishing food that nourishes your body. It's a really big time. It's a really big time. And I believe if you are listening to this, there's so much in store for you. You drew this to you. There's so much in store for you. And so just receive this. That your mind, your body, your soul, all layers of you receive this. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. You're preparing for something incredible and amazing. And the only thing that can hold you back is you. It's a pretty incredible thing to really realize. It's very empowering if you let it be. If you let it be. Nothing, no government, no system, no person can hold you back. Only you. I still have to remind myself of that. But we're on the journey. We're on the journey. And especially if you're watching this and listening to this, you're on the journey. And I just send you so much love and power and understanding that you will get there. You will get there. You will find your way. And this next iteration of you is so much greater than you could have ever imagined. Let him or her be birthed right now in this time. There's so much good coming for you. And with that, my loves, I am sending you all infinite love.